Okay, so let's talk about your 9 to 5. Most of us see it as this trap, right? Something we've got to escape. But what if we've got it all wrong? What if your job isn't the problem at all? What if it's the solution? We're about to dive into this wild idea that you might be completely ignoring the biggest investor in your entire life. And yeah, I'm talking about your employer.
I mean, listen to that. You're treating them like an ATM instead of a venture capital firm that's trying to make you rich. Think about it. Every 2 weeks, that direct deposit hits your account. And what's the first thought? Okay, bills, rent, maybe some fun money. We see it as cash to live on. But that's the whole mistake. We need to completely flip that script. Your job isn't just an ATM you visit. It's a strategic capital partner.
So here's the big reframe. Just imagine this. Your employer, they're basically a private equity firm. And you're the portfolio company they just invested in. They're pumping capital into you, that's your salary, but they're also handing you this entire package of investment terms that, let's be honest, most of us just completely ignore.
All right, so let's pull back the curtain on your job's secret identity. We're going to look right past the spreadsheets and the Monday morning meetings because there is a hidden financial engine sitting right under your nose, and it's time to fire it up.
It's kind of funny. When a startup founder gets a big investment, they pour over every single word of that term sheet. They've got lawyers, advisors, the whole 9 yards. But what do most of us do when we get a job offer? We skim the salary, sign a mountain of paperwork, and start thinking about where we're going to get lunch. We are literally being handed a multi-million-dollar investment offer, and we're basically tossing the fine print in the trash can. Okay, let's fix that right now. We're going to break down the official term sheet your employer is handing you. These are the obvious, super high return investments you can and should be tapping into, like today. Let's start with the easiest, most blatant example of free money on the planet, the 401k match. 100%, guaranteed return on your investment, instantly. I mean, seriously, try to find a hedge fund manager anywhere who can promise you that. You can't. It's impossible. It just doesn't exist. So you've got this whole official term sheet. Think of these as different investment options your VC, your employer, is offering you. The 401k match, that's your guaranteed high-yield bond. The HSA, the health savings account, oh man, that thing is a powerhouse. It's a triple tax-advantaged account. Money goes in pre-tax, it grows tax-free, and it comes out tax-free for medical stuff. You can't beat that. And then you've got things like education reimbursement. That's basically a grant from your investor to make you, the company, more valuable. Okay, but what does this actually look like in real dollars? Let's take an example. Say you're making $80,000 a year. A pretty standard benefits package could easily add up to almost $10,000 in extra capital every single year. Now, this isn't your salary. This is on top of your salary. It's free money just sitting on the table, waiting for you to grab it. And the long-term cost of just not bothering, it's absolutely staggering. You take that nearly 10 grand a year, let it compound over a 30-year career, and you're looking at close to $1 million. $1 million, all lost simply because you didn't spend an hour clicking through the company benefits website. It's wild. But here's where it gets really interesting, because that official term sheet, that's just the stuff they tell you about. Beyond that lies something even more powerful, a set of hidden assets that we're going to call your shadow portfolio. Right, the shadow portfolio. This is where you level up. You stop just being a good employee, and you start acting like a strategic operator. It's all about extracting value from all the resources your company pays for that aren't written down in your official benefits package. So how do you actually do this? 3 key things. First, learn. Your company pays for crazy expensive software, right? Salesforce, Adobe Creative Suite, whatever it is, master it on their dime. Those skills are now yours for free. Second, connect. All those company-funded conferences and events, they're not just for free coffee. They're for building your network. And not just with your coworkers, but with future clients, future partners, maybe even a future employer. And third, optimize. We'll call this time arbitrage. You know that downtime between projects? Use it. Read an industry report. Take an online course on real estate. You are literally getting paid to make yourself smarter and wealthier. It's the ultimate hack. And here's the really deep part. That steady paycheck, it buys so much more than just stuff. It buys you credibility. That W-2 is a golden ticket to getting loans, mortgages, you name it. It buys you stability, a safety net that allows you to take bigger, smarter risks with your investments. And maybe the most important thing of all, It buys you optionality. It buys you choices, the freedom to do what you want later on because you were strategic today. Okay, so what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's map out a 10-year transformation, a path to see how this strategy can completely change your life.
Look, it all starts pretty simple. Year one, you just build the foundation. Max out every single match, every reimbursement, every single benefit. By year three, you've used those new skills you learned for free to get a promotion, but here's the key. You keep your lifestyle the same. All that extra money goes to work. Then, maybe by year five, you use that job's credibility to get a loan and buy your first real asset, like a rental property. Fast forward to year 10, and everything flips. The whole psychology changes. Your job isn't the main engine of your wealth anymore. Your assets are.
And this right here is the magic moment. It's what people call financial escape velocity. See, in the beginning, your net worth grows mostly because of what you're putting in from your paycheck. But after a while, something incredible happens. The growth from your investments starts to become bigger than the contributions you're making. Your money is now making more money than you are. That is the goal. That's the whole game. And once you hit that point, wow, it completely changes the definition of what freedom even is. It's not about that fantasy of storming into your boss's office and quitting. It's something way, way more powerful than that. It's a complete mindset shift. You go from the old way of thinking, my job is something I have to do to survive, to the new mindset, my job is a strategic choice I'm making to build my wealth. You stop working for your job, and you start making your job work for you. It's no longer your master, it's just a really powerful tool in your toolbox. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Real freedom isn't about escaping your 9 to 5. It's about using your 9 to 5 so brilliantly that it becomes totally optional. Look, your employer is literally offering you free money, amazing tax advantages, and the kind of stability you can't get anywhere else. The only scam here is not taking it. Your job is, without a doubt, the best investor you are ever going to have. So the only question left is, are you ready to take their money?